Hi there, Abigail.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, very good, thanks. And well, congratulations on your really compelling performance in Stillwater.
Thank
And
you.
one thing that struck me about it was there's a real rich history between your character and your conservative religious father, your character's father, played by Matt Damon in the film. And I wondered if you could give me an insight into creating that kind of rich history that obviously happens before we first meet your character in prison in Marseille, including the fact that she's, a queer young woman who grew up in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we start, the film. She's 26 years old at this point and, has had a long history of her dad really not being super there for her. And I think she probably had, a little bit of a hard time being different and growing up in a small town and having the struggles that she had with her family, let alone anything else. And she, kind of just wants to branch out of that life. And unfortunately, when she goes to Marseille, probably where she feels like she can really be herself, it turns out not going very well for her.
And did you have any conversations with Matt Damon or with Tom McCarthy at all about the fact that she is queer and how that might have shaped the relationship with her dad?
I think that we didn't want to really make the character solely about, or their storyline solely about her sexuality, and I think that that is something that, um, I think is important to have relationships of all sorts in film without it being solely about that. And you know, I'm sure that it probably was a struggle for them when she was younger. But we don't really go too much into whether she's um, lesbian or she's bisexual or really what her orientation is. So it's mostly just about she fell in love with somebody out there and it didn't end up going well.
And is that the kind of work that you enjoy doing and find kind of stimulating as an actress, the kind of research and that sort of prep work before you actually, have your first day on set?
Yeah, it's always helpful to kind of have some sort of backstory or baseline for the character and what she's going through. And, um, it just helps when you meet her to kind of understand what her mindset is like at the start of the film. But, I think it was definitely something where we had a lot of talks about mostly their dynamic growing up and where all of the mistrust and the skepticism stems from.
And just finally, you shot the film in the south of France and it's set there. So quite fittingly, you had the premiere at Cannes. Tell me a bit about what that experience was like. Looked great from the photos, and obviously getting to see the film with an audience, is just a big deal in itself these days, isn't it? After the long
Yeah,
gap we've had.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was so exciting to be there and to be back in France, of course. We when we were filming the movie, we had all kind of talked about how great it would be to get to film and or get to premiere it in Cannes. And then when the pandemic happened, we really didn't know what was going to happen with the film or if that would even be a possibility. And so I think we were all a little bit overwhelmed and really excited that we were finally there and getting to show everybody the film and see it with an audience.
Well, Abigail Breslin, great to chat to you again. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.